Roger got on and said, "Hee, hee, hee, I'll get you." Then he gave a little jump, but nothing happened. "Darn it, it doesn't work," he said. "I'll try it," said Roger's mother. She sat on it and cackled and gave a little jump, but nothing happened again. "I'll try it again," Wendy said. Again, she took off easily. She zoomed around and around before she landed. "I guess I do have a little witch power," she said. "I never thought so before. But I still don't know any spells." "Then make one up," said Roger. "You're magic." That made a very good spell pop into Wendy's head. She said it in a frightening voice. "Frogs and lizards, toads and newts, buttons, raincoats, hiking boots. Turn this ghost into a witch. Presto, changeo, make a switch." Roger's robes turned black. "Great," he said. "I wanted to be a witch, but he didn't have any black sheets. But I need a pointed hat." "Oh, that's easy," Wendy said. "I don't even have to think about that one. Stow and brew and cat and bat. Give this witch a pointed hat." "Great," said Roger. "Now let's fly." "Be careful," said the new witch's mother. "Don't fly too fast." "We won't," they said as Wendy stirred the broomstick out the window. First they swooped over trees and made the leaves fall off. Then they swooped into the party where Billy and his other best friend were ducking for apples. Billy and his friend were so scared they ran home crying. Suddenly, the clock struck midnight. "I'd better fly you home," Wendy said. "I want to come home with you and keep on being a witch," said Roger. "You are a real witch, aren't you?" "Yes, I am a real witch, with my own witch power," Wendy said. "I just found that out, and you helped. But I have to turn you back into a ghost and take you home. Your mother would miss you." Broiled figs and toasted toast. Turn this witch back into a ghost. "Wow," Roger said. "Thanks. And you can keep the broomstick." "Thanks a lot," said Wendy. "See you next Halloween." Wendy flew home and went to sleep without worrying about witches. She wasn't afraid of witches any more. Chapter 4. 2 Strong Spells. Wendy woke up. It was still dark outside, and her sisters weren't home yet. "It's far too late for them to be out," she said. "They may be older, but they have no sense. I will have to teach them a thing or two." She took her time making up 2 spells. They weren't as fancy as the spells her sister Polly found in books, but Wendy knew they had special power because they were her own. "Snakes and cakes and pumpkin pie, oldest sister, you can't fly. Salt and pepper, bouncing ball, middle sister, you will fall." "Oh dear," Wendy said. "I forgot to say the spells in a really frightening voice. I hope they work." An hour later, her sisters came limping home. Wendy's spells had worked. "The strangest thing happened," Polly said. "All of a sudden, I couldn't take off. My broomstick was too heavy." "I took off," Wog said, "but the wind blew my broomstick away." "My broomstick blew away too," Polly said. "We had to walk. Ow! My feet hurt." Wog said, "I feel funny all over, as if I had lost my witch power. Now I know how you feel without your broomstick." "That's over now," Wendy said. "I found a pretty good broomstick." "That's just an old kitchen broomstick," Polly said. "Well, it works for me," Wendy said. "It couldn't possibly," said Polly. Polly got on, but she couldn't take off. "I knew it was no good," she said. Wog got on, but she couldn't take off either. Then Wendy got on. She said, "Hee, hee, hee, I'll get you," in her own voice. Then she gave a little jump. Wendy zoomed out the window and back in. She had flown faster than her sisters ever had. "How can it be?" Polly asked. "I thought I knew everything." "That broomstick isn't even made of sassafras." "How can it be?" Wog asked. "I thought I knew how to do everything best." Wendy didn't even use a frightening voice. Wendy felt sorry for her sisters. "You're probably tired," she said. "Get a good sleep, and tomorrow you'll be able to fly." In bed, Wendy made up 2 spells to take the spells off her sisters. "Oldest sister, you can fly. All you have to do is try." "Middle sister, flying's fun. The spell I made is now undone." Chapter 5, 3 Witches. The next day they went to the sassafras grove to cut 2 sticks for brooms. "This one is best," Polly said. "Now I'll be able to fly again." And she did. Wog found another stick. She sat on it and said, "Mumble, mumble, tumble, tumble," in a frightening voice. "Now I'll be able to fly again." And she did. Wendy took off too on her old kitchen broomstick. Wendy never told them about her spells. It was enough to know that her oldest sister thought she knew everything, but didn't. And that her middle sister thought she knew how to do everything best, but didn't. And she never told them that she had found her own special witch power. She didn't have to. They knew she was different, and they treated her differently, just like one of them. The end. I hope you enjoyed my story. I will see you next year at St. Margaret's School. Thank you very much. Goodbye.